from the Languedoc-Roussillon region, and will be presenting with me this afternoon. So without any further ado, we shall move on and tell you a little bit about what's happening this afternoon. So we appreciate your time. We're very time conscious and really want to speak to you within the next 30 minutes. Just a little bit of housekeeping as to what's to happen. I will introduce Veronique, who is to present the region of Languedoc-Roussillon. I will then step in and tell you a little bit more about how French Travel Connection can help you to sell this destination to your clients. We also have an incentive, I'm going to touch on that in a moment as well, which gives you the opportunity to win an amazing package in the Languedoc-Roussillon region, which you will be very inspired about once you see a bit more about the region. And then we're going to finish off with a couple of questions and some answers. So please feel free to send your questions through as we go, and if we don't quite get to those questions today, we promise that we will get those followed up for you in the next week on that too. So let's move on, and I think we've got the incentives to start with. Not go? Okay. So I'm just going to introduce you to Veronique and hand over the controls to her. Veronique is the project executive for Sud de France. She is calling in from Languedoc-Roussillon, and we appreciate you getting up very early this morning to be with us to talk to Australian agents who are very keen to know more about this region. So I'll hand you over and look forward to hearing about what an amazing little pocket of France this is.
Thank you, Camilla. Welcome to Sud de France, Languedoc-Roussillon. Hi, everybody. My name is Veronique, and I'm very delighted to present you the assets of my region. The Languedoc-Roussillon is situated between Spain and Provence. The region benefits from an exceptional climate with more than 300 sunny days per year. The Languedoc-Roussillon region is located at 3 hours from Paris by TGV and 1 hour 15 minutes by plane. It's located at 3 hours drive from Nice and Barcelona and at 3 hours by TGV from Barcelona. All the main cities in Europe have easy access to the region. The Languedoc-Roussillon has a natural, cultural and historical richness, including numerous monuments, castles and abbeys inherited from civilization like the Greeks, the Romans or the Cathars. The region counts 6 sites classified as World Heritage by UNESCO. The first one is the majestic city of Carcassonne. It's one of the most fabulously preserved scenes from the Middle Ages and one of the marvelous monuments of France. Then the Canal du Midi. It was built by Pierre-Paul Riquet in the 17th century in order to link the Atlantic Ocean to the Mediterranean Sea. Nowadays, it has taken up a new role, river tourism. In the slide, you can see the 9 locks of Foncéranes in Béziers. The Canal du Midi is perfect for holiday makers who want to get off the beaten tracks, and its route is studded with treasures, a story and heritage to discover aboard a boat, in a cruise or on a barge, or on a simple one-day excursion. Then this is the Pont du Gard. This monumental aqueduct was built by the Romans 2,000 years ago. It's a very important tourist spot with a museum alongside explaining the story of the construction of the bridge and the Roman civilization. There is also a restaurant and various shops. On request for a group, you will be able to discover the bridge from the 3rd floor, exactly where the water was flooding. This is the charming village of Saint-Guilhem-le-Désert. Saint-Guilhem-le-Désert is built on the path to Santiago de Compostela, which hosts many pilgrims and tourists throughout the year. It is located at 30 minutes from Montpellier. This is the beautiful Cévennes and Cos National Park in Lozère. The agro-pastoral landscapes of the Cos and Cévennes are the direct result of man's relationship with the land. These sites are a superb fusion of wonderful scenic vistas and cultural traditions. The Scottish writer Robert Louis Stevenson, which famous works are Treasure Island and Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, has described the Cévennes landscapes in his book Travels with a Donkey in the Cévennes, which recounts its trip across the Cévennes in 19th century. There are some packages organized, such as hiking along the Stevenson Trail with a donkey for a simple day or an entire week. This is the marvelous Vauban fortresses of Villefranche-de-Conflans and Montlouis, which are located in the Mediterranean Pyrenees, near the Spanish border, built by Vauban, the brilliant military architect of the Sun King Louis XIV. Then the Cathar castles. Cathar castles are vertigo citadels built at the beginning of the Middle Ages, which overlook the wild and beautiful landscapes of the Aude department near Carcassonne and Narbonne. These citadels were the last refuges of the Cathar Knights during the Crusades conducted by the Pope and the King of France against those heretics in the 12th century. The Fontfroid Abbey and Saint-Martin-du-Canigou. The medieval Roman heart is really present throughout the region and offers many abbeys to discover. The Fontfroid Abbey is located near Narbonne. It is a very high touristic spot in the region. It is also a wine producer. Then let's go to Montpellier. Montpellier, which is the capital of the region, a middle-sized city, easy to travel around, either with buses and tramways or simply walking. This is the Opera Comédie, located on the main square of the city. The Arc de Triomphe is located in the pedestrian area of Montpellier, which is the historical center. The tourist office offers over 30 thematic guided tours all year round. Some of them include the visit of the Arc de Triomphe with a great panorama overlooking the medieval town and the Pérou Gardens. The town has an old university tradition. Montpellier has the oldest still active School of Medicine in the Western world. You can discover its incredible anatomic conservatory. It is today a crossroads of cultural and scientific exchanges. Enjoy the Sud de France art de vivre. Go shopping, have a drink on the numerous terraces of the restaurants and cafes, get lost in the medieval streets of the whole town. It's the ideal place for shopping. Visit also the recently renovated Fabre Museum, one of the richest collections of the fine art in Europe, which has hosted great exhibitions such as Courbet and Caravaggio. The city offers the quietness of living of the Mediterranean cities as well as a contrast between its architectural heritage and modern and design constructions. Montpellier has also 22 language schools. Then let's go to Nîmes. Nîmes is very famous for its antique heritage, but it is also a contemporary city with contrast between the Roman monuments and the recent architectural conceptions from Norman Foster or Philip Stark. The arenas represent a Roman amphitheater built at the end of the 1st century. It can host up to 23,000 people. Plenty of events are organized in the arenas: bullfights, historic scenes, concerts, operas. This is the Square House, another Roman monument of Nîmes. The history says that the origin of the denim fabric, the one of the blue jeans, comes from Nîmes. It was manufactured in the Nîmes city, as denim means in French from Nîmes. Then Perpignan. Perpignan is the capital of French Catalonia. The heart of Perpignan beats to the Catalan rhythm. The last major town before the Spanish border is now a privileged gateway between Barcelona and France, at a few kilometers from the sea and at the foot of the Pyrenees Mountains. The light, palm trees in the squares, traces of its illustrious Catalan past, its traditions, and the many charms of the town signal that Spain is not very far away. This is Narbonne and Béziers. Both cities are both human-sized cities located on the Canal du Midi. Narbonne is between land and sea. It's the city of art and history due to its strong Roman identity. Béziers is the city of authenticity. Béziers made rich by wines in the 19th century. Then this is Uzès and Pézenas, two similar cities. Uzès is the first duchy of France. It's a small, typical Mediterranean village with its mansions, its antiques and decorative shops. Its colorful market, which takes place on Saturday morning, is very well known in the region. Pézenas is a town of arts and artistry in the heart of the Coteaux du Languedoc vineyards and is forever the town of Molière, the famous French playwright. This is the beautiful Lozère landscapes. In Lozère, at the north of the region, the Tarn River offers impressive landscapes. The Tarn Gorge are about 400 and 600 meters high. Many possibilities of activities like excursion aboard a boat or more sportive activities like canoe kayak, rafting, canyoning allow you to discover majestic landscapes. Today, you can visit an animal park to view the local wildlife in safety, wolves or European bison. This is the Camargue area. Camargue area is definitely the kingdom of flamingos, bulls, and horses. Wildlife immersion and bird watching in this beautiful and protected area. You can discover the manad, herds of bulls and horses. Some of them are open to the public. This is Aigues-Mortes, a medieval fortified town in the heart of the Camargue, founded in the 13th century by Saint Louis, King of France. Close to Aigues-Mortes, you can discover the salt marshes of the Little Camargue. In summer, races, fights, and fiestas celebrate two local emblems, the horse and the Camargue bull. No harm is done to the bull. Camargue is located between Montpellier and Nîmes. This set is also called the Little Venice of Languedoc. The fishermen festivals of Gruissan and Sète are very well known in the region for the Languedocian jousting, which make part of the culture of the region. Jousting is a tournament in the water. In Sète, it is held each summer, particularly at the end of August, the day of the Saint Louis. This is the Thau Lagoon. The region offers exceptional landscapes, so here is a sampling of Languedoc-Roussillon's natural areas to give you some holiday ideas. The Thau Lagoon, located between Montpellier and Sète, is bordered by many traditional fishermen villages dedicated to oysters and mussels culture. There you can taste the oysters cultivated on the lagoon directly at the producers. And Collioure, still on the coast, the fishing village of Collioure is the birthplace of the pictorial movement called Fauvisme, illustrated by the painters like Matisse and Derain. The Fauvisme Pass is an itinerary which allows to discover about 20 paintings located on the spots where the painters used to paint. The beaches between Provence and Spanish border, the spectacular coastline of Languedoc-Roussillon stretches for 200 kilometers along the Mediterranean Sea. It is a succession of traditional fishing ports and modern beach resorts which offer nautical activities like kite surfing and casino, spa, and golf. This is the golf. There are 15, 18-hole golf courses in the region located near the main cities, on the coast, and in the mountains areas. Spa and well-being. Plenty of hotels and residences are fitted with spa thalassotherapy centers. Some of them are members of the Cercle Prestige. This is the wine estates. Languedoc-Roussillon is the oldest and largest vineyard in the world and produces some of the most renowned French wines. Produced by passionate wine growers, our wines are very varied. About 34 AOC are attributed between red, rosé, and white, natural sweet wines like the Muscat, and sparkling wines like Crémant and Blanquette of Limoux. The first sparkling wine was created in the 16th century in Limoux, close to Carcassonne. The region represents 30% of the national production for organic wines. Many castles and historical sites, such as abbeys, have their own vineyards and propose some wine tasting tours. The gastronomy. The region offers an authentic and very tasty gastronomy, mainly based on the Mediterranean diet, and is famous for the diversity of its local products: meat, cheese, honey. The base is olive oil, garlic, basil. Seafood like oysters makes part of the local specialties. This is the Cercle Prestige. The Cercle Prestige is a network of tourism professionals in the Languedoc-Roussillon region, bringing together only the most prestigious properties and attractions in the region with a premium leisure clientele. The club presents a large show of quality, grouping together many different types of activities: hotels from 3 to 5 stars, charming guest houses, luxury barge on the Canal du Midi, exceptional venues, leisure and well-being, like the spa and golf. French Travel Connection created some packages including some of those professionals. And this is the Sud de France Travel Academy program. The region launched an online training program called Sud de France Travel Academy, which is dedicated to travel agents and tour operators who would like to discover or improve their knowledge about the region and its offers. Once you will have passed the test, you will be certified Sud de France specialist. You'll find useful information about the region and be asked a few questions to test your knowledge about the region. Thank you so much for your attention. It was a very great pleasure presenting you my region. And Camilla, it's your turn.
Thank you very much, Veronique. That's fantastic, and it's so great to see a visual of the destination as well. So thank you very much for tuning in. But stay put, because we've got some questions for you at the end as well. But this is a good opportunity for French Travel Connection to remind you that we are Australia's #1 destination specialist for France, and we do cover the Languedoc-Roussillon area incredibly well with product that is available for you to pass on to your clients. So we just remind you of the French Travel Connection 2015 brochure and just a little bit about the region that we're about to talk about. So in our brochure, and also through our extraordinary staff here at French Travel Connection, we can assist you with a number of travel options to pass on to your clients. They may consider traveling on the Canal du Midi, which Veronique mentioned a moment ago, either as a self-drive option or a crewed canal barge, or maybe even some accommodation packages in the beautiful cities of Montpellier and Carcassonne, and I'll touch on those again in a moment. So let's just talk a little bit about the self-drive boats of the Canal du Midi, which is the most popular canal in France, actually, and it is, of course, in the Languedoc-Roussillon region. The Canal du Midi is a UNESCO heritage canal. For those interested in doing a self-drive canal boat, can I tell you, you don't need any previous experience to do this option. I just suggest common sense doesn't go astray. It's perfect for families and groups. You can stop and start wherever you like along the Canal du Midi. And we also suggest that you hire some bikes on the back of the boat so that you can pull over to the side of the canal, take the bikes off the boat and travel into the very small villages, market towns and the sites that are so exquisite and unique to the Canal du Midi. Very comfortable interiors, number of cabins available from 2 cabins through to 4 cabins, but again, we're very well versed in this product. Please find the brochure information to get your clients interested and then speak to us about the right boat and the right type of itinerary, because you can look at a one-way itinerary along the Canal Midi, a return, or maybe even just a short break option. So if your clients don't want to get their hands dirty and they prefer somebody else to do that, we can also assist you with crewed canal barging. This is a great holiday, comes with a captain, comes with a chef, comes with crew. The cabins on these boats are incredibly deceptive when you look at a picture like this, because they do all include en suites and very comfortable and spacious. The gastronomy is very much a part of this region, so when you travel on the Canal du Midi in the Languedoc-Roussillon region, you will experience the local gastronomy and the local wines as well. So again, we have a number of barging options, 7 days, 6 nights. And again, we can assist you with the right boat for the right time of year and also for your clients also. Typical day, cruising through the beautiful Canal du Midi, enjoying the food and the wine, having somebody else worrying about the navigation. But on a day-to-day basis, you have the option of enjoying a bike ride to the local areas in which you visit, maybe even just a walk along the tow paths that flank either side of the Canal du Midi. Or we do have daily excursions from the Crew Canal barge by minibus to the local regions, and one of those is to visit the very beautiful city of Carcassonne. So with the Crew Canal barging, your clients put their hands in their pockets for nothing. Everything is included. 6 nights accommodation, so they're on a 6-night, 7-day option. All meals, all wines, open bar in the afternoon, daily excursions, all facilities on top of on the barge, which can also include the pool in some cases, local transfers to and from Paris, and also the very capable and professional hands of a captain and crew. Again, our amazing staff here at French Travel Connection talk about the canals of the Languedoc-Roussillon region and the Canal du Midi every day. So if you do have clients who much prefer to do a crew canal barging option, please extend the brochure information to your clients first and then pick up the phone and speak with us. We also have put together a number of accommodation packages in this region, either for Carcassonne or Montpellier. Montpellier, which Veronique has already touched on and talked about the history and the culture and the sites that you would see. So we would suggest at least a 3-night package into Montpellier, utilising it as a base to visit the Lazac Terraces and Saint-Guillaume-le-Désert as well. And we also have a couple of packages that we can piece together for Carcassonne, which we tend to suggest as a 2-night package, accommodation and local touring as well, staying, as we would suggest, in the walled city of the Carcassonne, in the Hotel de la Cité. Can we just remind you that we're also launching, in conjunction with our Languedoc-Roussillon webinar this afternoon, a travel agent incentive. The incentive prize is accommodation for 2 people for 2 nights in both Carcassonne and in Montpellier, plus walking tours in both Montpellier and Carcassonne. The piece de resistance here is a 30-minute helicopter flight overlooking the spectacular wildlife of the Camargue, and also a 4-day first-class France rail pass. So that is the prize for the travel agent incentive. Easy, go into the draw to win this prize. All you need to do is book and deposit either a self-drive canal boat on the Canal du Midi, a crew canal barge also on the Canal du Midi, or accommodation package either in Montpellier or Carcassonne. So we're launching that incentive today with the webinar. If you book and deposit between now and the 1st of July next year, so we've got an 8-month period on this one, we will draw the prize and the winner on the 1st of July. And then there is 12 months to redeem this incredible prize as well, and we will send you this information after the webinar as well. So don't forget, French Travel Connection, we've got France covered. We are the #1 specialist for France out of Australia, and we are here ready and waiting to talk with you. So just before we finish, I've got a couple of quick questions that have come in for Veronique. So if I could just ask those questions on behalf of the agents who have been involved today. But just a couple of things. In Australia, we're very passionate about our food and about our wine. So Veronique, can I just ask you very quickly about the region and the speciality cuisine that our clients will experience coming into the Languedoc-Roussillon region?
Of course, Camilla. Each part of the region has its own speciality. This is some salty dishes like the Nîmes brandade. It's made from dissolved cod, whipped with olive oil and a little milk, preferably served warm. Brandade can also be prepared in puff pastry. It may also be served cold on blinis, for example. Sète was born from the encounter of sea and man. The tielle sétoise is the gastronomic symbol of this union. Enjoy this delicious octopus and tomato pie with spices, which nicely sums up the history of this town, bursting with character. Then the specialty of the Aubrac aligot is a puree made from potatoes, fresh Tom cheese, and garlic, invented by monks in the Middle Ages. This typical recipe is to be found on the most menus in the areas. Aligot used to be a daily fare, but is now a festive dish. And let's finish with a sweet toss, like the crème catalane in the Mediterranean Pyrenees. This dessert is served in a small earthenware dish. It looks like a crème brûlée, but it's lighter since it contains no cream. And there are also the rouski, a Catalan specialty. The rouski are small, tender, crown-shaped biscuits covered in a white meringue coating. This lightly lemon-flavored delicacy goes perfectly with a few drops of muscat, one of our famous sweet wine.
Well, Veronique, thank you very much. We do love to hear about the food and the wine of the region, so thank you for explaining that. If I could just ask you very quickly, which period do you think is the best time to come and visit Languedoc-Roussillon?
The best time to come and visit our region will either be spring from April to June or autumn from September to October. The Mediterranean climate is still warm and delightful colors are decorating the landscapes. At this period, you avoid the rush of summer holiday makers.
And just very quickly, our agents have been very attentive, and we just want to ask one more question about itinerary construction for clients coming into France. How do you suggest you include a visit into Languedoc-Roussillon? As you know, most clients will probably come into Paris at some stage. So just a very quick suggestion on how you could construct an itinerary incorporating this very beautiful region.
Okay, so your client can, for instance, land in Paris, stay a few days, and then take the TGV. 3 hours later, they arrive in Nîmes, from where they can spend a minimum of 4 or 5 days in the region to be able to discover the main spots, and then they can either fly back to Australia from Nice Airport, which is located at 3 hours drive from Montpellier, or also from Barcelona Airport, which is located at 3 hours drive from Montpellier and 3 hours by TGV high-speed train link. There is now a direct connection from Barcelona to Montpellier with this TGV line. so it's very easy accessible.
Veronique, thank you so much for tuning in and speaking with ourselves here at French Travel Connection and our agents. If anybody had a little bit of problem hearing, please, either myself or Veronique, please be aware that we will send you a link to the recording of our webinar this afternoon so that you won't miss out on some very important information, and you'll be able to have a listen to that again at your leisure. But I just want to say merci beaucoup to Veronique for tuning in, and also thank you to our agents for taking your time this afternoon to listen to a little bit more about Languedoc-Roussillon and also how French Travel Connection can assist you. So any questions, please just pass those through, and we will answer those over the next week or so. So au revoir and merci to our agents and also to Veronique.
Thank you.
Thank you.